Hello, wonderful person. This is the Star Wars video you're going to be watching, and you're also going to like it. And subscribe if you still haven't. And I think that's all I wanted to ask for now. Anyway, welcome. We're going to be taking a look at a pretty cool shard. What's a shard? It's a free MMORPG-like game that is based on a previous game that used to be a pay-to-play. This time we're taking a look at a shard called Stella Bellum based on a video game formerly known as Star Wars Galaxies that actually shut down a few years ago. And this particular game is pretty cool. It's Star Wars and it has some really epic space combat. Check it out and welcome to What the Math. And here we are, a level 90 Jedi, arriving to Mos Eisley on our superbike to explore Star Wars Galaxies, once again. This used to be a very popular MMO a long time ago, then it got unfortunately ruined by an expansion pack that changed it into something very similar to World of Warcraft, and then it got shut down. But this is actually a recreation of that second expansion pack with all of the expansions included and a relatively active community and actually quite a lot of support behind it as well. This is on a server known as Stella Bellum. And we're going to take a look at this. And in one of the future videos, I'm also going to take a look at another free shard, free server that has Star Wars Galaxies before the expansion pack. There's actually both, and you can try both of them at your own accord. And if you've actually played one of these, you can choose one to your liking. If you've never played these, they're both actually worth trying. So let's start with the obvious. Let's start with the combat. So I'm actually a level 19 Jedi. I didn't actually level up that far. I kind of cheated. This is a test server that allows you to kind of advance right away and become the Master Jedi. So I'm basically at the top level right now with an expertise in pretty much everything, including Beast Mastery. Although I haven't really leveled it up yet. And this is what my character looks like. He's a randomly generated name, and he's a so-called rebel on leave. Basically, he's a Master Jedi that has no master. Anyway, so let's get to combat. We're going to equip our really awesome lightsaber and get some killing done. So here we go. All of the things will be done really quickly, mostly because this is actually a beginner area, and I'm using like super advanced power skills on them. So the combat in this game is very similar to World of Warcraft. It's all tap targeting. It's all basically based on using skills on different enemies. Very similar to, I guess, to the other Star Wars MMO game known as the Star Wars The Old Republic, which I've actually used in one of the previous Star Wars videos where I kind of taught you some history of Star Wars using that particular game. But this is actually a lot more advanced. This game is so much more advanced than the Old Republic that is actually crazy. And I'm going to show you some of the things that it has to offer. I don't think I'll be able to show you everything, but let's actually go inside the Mos Eisley here, find the cantina, and take a look at some of the things. So first of all, there's a lot of missions, a lot of quests in this game already. I believe I already have one. If I look at the map here... Oh yeah, there it is. There's actually an arrow on the right side that says I have a quest called Nerf Herder. There's quite a lot of randomly generated missions that give you random rewards, and you can totally complete them if you want, or you actually can totally skip them as well. This game is kind of open-ended in that way. It doesn't really force you to do anything. Even with all of the World of Warcraft additions to it, it still is very open-ended. So we're going to go ahead and find the cantina, and I'm going to show you one thing that this game has that no other online Star Wars game has to such an extent. And that's space combat. It's actually really awesome space combat and really awesome PvP in here as well. Although obviously this still hasn't started because this is still a test server. So I'm just going to look at the map here because I kind of got lost. You can see other people moving around the map as those other triangles. And there's actually a few mission terminals right here where you can kind of go ahead and select a quest for yourself if you just choose to do one of them. So I can go ahead and accept this mission and it will be added to my mission quest tracker on the right. So anyway, back to my search for... Actually, I'm not looking for a cantina. I'm looking for the starport. And specifically, I'm looking for the location where most people are just kind of chilling around and standing right there. So because this is a test server, it allows you to kind of advance really quickly, to skip leveling, to even get equipment right away by clicking on this character building terminal right here and going through these commands here that will basically allow you to get top weapons, top everything, just so you can actually explore and see what this game has to offer. But I'm going to go inside the terminal here and show you what we can do in this game. So first of all, you can use the ticket terminal to move to one of these other planets. So right now we're on Tatooine, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think over 12 locations you can go to. All of them are different in their appearance. They're different in the way they play. Like, for example, if I go to Mustafar right now, it will actually be very different from Tatooine, and it'll have different enemies, different missions, different quests, and different storyline quests as well. And so let's actually go and maybe visit one of these planets. I believe I got a ticket for Naboo, is it? I think it's Naboo. We're going to use a ticket here, and it's going to magically teleport us to Naboo. So now we're in a completely different planet with completely different missions and different atmosphere as well. As in, like, game atmosphere, not the breathing atmosphere. And so welcome to Naboo, the planet of Jar Jar Binks and other not so significant characters from the Star Wars saga. And anyway, so that obviously is not where this game complexity ends. This game has one of the most complex harvesting and crafting systems as well, where the actual material quality and the actual crafting system is ridiculously complex, and usually buying crafted weapons and crafted armor and so on is a lot more beneficial than just getting it or finding it on, in one of your quests and such. So the crafting system in here is ridiculous, and most of the territory combat and most of the conquests on the map that you see here, basically where rebels and the Empire sort of battle it out for the conquest of the territory, and it's usually portrayed in percentage here. All of this is based on the fact that some of these places will actually have really, really good resources, and you want to kind of mine there, you want to create your own cities there. There's a lot of construction, there's a lot of building going on. At least this is what it was like back in the day, so hopefully this server, when it starts live, will bring all of this back and create this really awesome, although somewhat retro-looking Star Wars game that we all used to actually love. I used to love this game quite a lot, even after the update. It didn't really ruin it for me. I still played it even afterwards. Oh, and speaking of maps, this is actually a huge map of Naboo. So here, just to walk from one part to another would take you several hours. And there's, like I said, there's like 12 or so actual planetary maps, meaning that the game itself is humongous in size. This often, or actually usually, I would say always would require you that you use one of the mounts or one of the vehicles provided in the game, and basically this is how you would be moving around these huge planets, because there is actually no teleportation, and other than using mounts, you are kind of required to walk everywhere. But you know what? That's not where the amazing stuff in this game ends. So we're going to go and come back to the space station here, or the starport, that is. But first, let's check out what this is. Oh, it's a pretty cool looking area. Anyway, we're going to go to the starport and launch our own craft. We're going to launch an X-Wing that I purchased earlier, and we're going to go and shoot down some things and people and have fun in space. So you can actually construct your own ships. Some of them can be small, like fighter craft. Some of them can be large, similar to Millennium Falcon, for example, that can actually be controlled by several people, and you can even go inside the cabin, move around the ship, and assume positions at different stations, like weapon stations, piloting station, and so on, and obviously repair the ship as well. But we're going to just launch the simple one for now. That I think I added everything to it. You can actually change its setup as well by adding different types of weapons, different types of engines and shields and so on. And I'm just going to repair it a little bit, and let's actually go ahead and launch this craft. We're going to launch ship, and this will launch us right above the space of Naboo, and we're going to go and get in trouble. And specifically, what I mean by that is we're going to go and shoot down some Imperial forces. So check this out. This game includes an amazing space simulator. As a matter of fact, this is probably one of the best Star Wars simulators I've ever played. And I'm not even exaggerating this. I think this is definitely the best Star Wars space simulator I've ever played. So in space, you actually have a completely different mechanic here. Obviously, all of the ships are customizable. They're all can be either small or large. And missions here are also very different as well. So, for example, you can just kind of move around and mine things. Like there's those asteroids you can actually mine. Or you can become a pirate, or you can become a smuggler, or you can go and just shoot down those Imperial forces, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm not sure if I want to look at it from this way or from this perspective, but this is a more realistic sort of view where you get the panels and everything. But this kind of lets you see everything that you need to see. So let's get into combat. Well, I don't know what this is. I think this is some sort of a Nabunian enemy ship. But we're going to go ahead and try to kill it. Oh wow, it's a lot more powerful than I thought it was. Let's slow down a little bit and... Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow, alright, they're a little bit more powerful. I'm already smoking. I might actually die here. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any rockets. I didn't actually put any. Didn't think I would need any. But there we go. I got 87 credits for this Black Sun pilot, tier 2 ship. My ship is a little bit higher in tier, but... not all of the parts on my ship are high tier. Some of them are actually pretty low tier. So let's destroy this other ship that's attacking us right now. And as you can see, this is actually very realistic in terms of space combat. At least for Star Wars, that is. This is not tap targeting. This is actually like where you shoot is where the lasers will fly. And you can definitely dodge both shots and missiles. And there it is. Oh yeah, it's a TIE fighter that keeps attacking me. So let's slow down a little bit, get on its tail, and try to destroy it. Oh no, I lost it. Oh, I got you. I got you now. There you are. There we go. Look at these beautiful explosions. Now, this is actually why I think I'll be playing this game for a very, very long time. Once this server goes live, I'm going to jump into my X-Wing and you won't really see or hear from me for a while, because this is actually pretty amazing. And there's a lot of things to explore here, like, for example, whatever that thing is. I think it's some sort of a exposed asteroid or something. There's definitely lava in it, so this is possibly a result of some sort of a planetary collision. And we can definitely approach it, we can definitely try to mine it, and we can make money from it as well, if we are in a mining ship. There's things like nebula here, there's things like asteroid-based combat, where you can use asteroids for hiding, similar to how it was in Star Wars, the movies. And if you don't like this particular region, all you have to do is use your hyper jump map and jump somewhere else. Let's actually maybe go back to Tatooine. Let's visit some of the more dangerous territories. There we go. Deep sea on Tatooine, inhabited by Hutts and has very, very high danger level. Hyperspace engaged. This will take a few seconds to load. And in the meantime, let's actually just close our winglets and fly around, look at the enemies. There's some fighting going on there. And we're just going to wait for our hyperdrive to charge and escape Naboo to the next planet. Alright, 75%, we're almost there. And so essentially this is actually the biggest strength of this particular game. The ability to have this kind of a sandbox, open-end environment in space and go from planet to planet, explore various locations, get into space combat, and, upgrade your ship, make your ship the most powerful ship in the universe. This is something that every Star Wars fan would obviously love to do. And we're now arriving to Tatooine, the dangerous part of Tatooine, in some sort of a outer space region. There's Tatooine right there. Or maybe that's Tatooine. Or maybe that's Tatooine. I don't know. One of them is Tatooine. Oh, no, there it is. Ha! Very funny. Anyway, so that's Tatooine, and we're going to maybe get into combat, and I think this is where I'm actually going to stop this video. The link for this particular shard, for this free version of Star Wars Galaxies, is in the description below, so do give this a try. It is really, really awesome. Right now, like I said, it's actually still in test mode, but the live server is coming out relatively quick, possibly already came out when you're watching this video. I'm going to go engage this spacecraft, and hopefully maybe see you in the game. Maybe shoot you down in the game using my amazing X-Wing, just like that. Or maybe you'll shoot me down. And we looted some loot from these spacecraft, and this is essentially how you can make money alternatively if you don't like playing this whole land-based MMORPG stuff. You can just play in space and become a space rat. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Please subscribe if you still haven't, share this video with someone who enjoys watching space videos or learning through video games. And, as always, space out, game you later, bye-bye. And you, sir, are going down. Take my pew-pew! Take my pew-pew!